Hernan Cortes. Hernan Cortes was a Spanish conqueror born in Medellin, Badajoz, in 1485. He died in Seville in 1547. He studied for 2 years in the University of Salamanca, but he couldn't finish his law studies because he was quite a bad student. He then tried to enroll with the great captain's army, Fernando González de Córdoba, to fight in the Italian wars. At last, in 1504, he sailed to Hispaniola of the New World, discovered by Columbus only 12 years before. He got a good reputation there, and for this reason, Diego Velázquez, governor of the island, considered him to lead an expedition to Mexico. Velázquez had already some knowledge about the existence of the Aztecan Empire and its great wealth, wanting to explore and conquer. In February 1519, after some disagreements between the governor and Cortes, he set off to Mexico with 11 ships, 400 Spanish soldiers and 200 Indians. His first stop was in Cozumel Island, where he picked up another Spanish sailor, who would be the interpreter for the native Mayan people of the part of the Aztecan Empire they were destined for, in the Yucatan Peninsula. The Spanish expedition had confrontations with several natives, after which 20 Indian women were taken, among which was La Malinche, the young daughter of an Aztecan cacique, who would later become his mistress and translator from Nahuatl language of the Mayan to Aztecan, and then Aztecan to Spanish via the sailor they had picked up in Cozumel. This was vital for Cortes, and because of this, he was able to get a lot of information about the Aztecan Empire. When they arrived to the Aztecan Empire, he founded the city of Veracruz, and there the first Catholic Mass was held. Firearms and horses used by Cortes's army terrorized the tribes of natives. One of the tribes was the Tlaxcaltecas, under the control of the Aztecans, and forced to pay high taxes and give prisoners as human sacrifices in the Aztec temples of Tenochtitlan. The advance of Cortes was favored by the discontented tribes under Aztecan rule. The Emperor Montezuma sent a lot of messengers with gifts to try and convince him not to continue with his conquest. But these gestures did nothing but increase his ambitions. Cortes's arrival to the Aztecan capital was peaceful. The natives received them, believing the possibility that they had been sent by the gods. But then Cortes took Montezuma prisoner and obliged him to rule according to his commands. This provoked anger, and an uprising soon followed, led by Montezuma's cousin, Cuauhtémoc. Cortes forced Montezuma to speak to his people, to calm them, but they attacked with arrows and rocks that fatally wounded Montezuma. He died days later, and the Spanish, besieged by the Aztecans, had to escape from the city. This night is referred to as the Sad Night, because many Spanish were killed in the flight. The Spanish, with the Tlaxcaltecas, regrouped and gave battle to the Aztecans, defeating them in the Battle of Atumba. Cortes took the city, Tenochtitlan, destroyed the Aztecan temples, and drew up plans for a new city that he called Mexico, and distributed land to the Spanish conquerors to start building on. King Charles V rewarded the conquerors with land and wealth and named Cortes governor and captain of New Spain as the Aztecan Empire was renamed.